Assalamualaikum and a very good day. My name is Afif Syafiq and today I would like to talk to you about a crime that is on the rise in Malaysia, which is DUI, and why DUI should have a more severe punishment and a stricter law. You might be wondering, what on earth is driving under influence and why I raise up this issue and talks about it and want this crime to have a more severe punishment and have a stricter law as it is now. First of all, what is driving under influence or DUI? It is a crime or offense of driving a vehicle while impaired by alcohol or other drugs to a level that makes the driver incapable of operating a vehicle safely. DUI also have a relatively low punishment, but with such a highly risk crime with the potential of killing many innocent lives due to one's recklessness. Law should be changing because the world is always changing and so do people. If the law is not amended or changed suitably to the changing world, then people would neglect it. Under the existing law, punishment for DUI is not enough to make people aware and takes the danger of DUI seriously. Existing law is lenient and insufficient to make people take this deadly crime seriously. Malaysia has one of the lowest punishment regarding DUI, which is under Section 44 of the Road Transport Act 1987. A motorist, if convicted with charges related to DUI, has to pay fine not less than RM8K up to RM20K and jail time of less than 3 years. Malaysia also have a high limit of blood alcohol concentration, which is a maximum of 0.8 mg per millimeter blood, causes more people to take the traffic law for granted. Other countries that have a stricter law, they manage to control the rate of fatality of road accident. For example, Denmark, which is one of the safest nations in the world, have an even lower limit blood alcohol concentration, which is a maximum of 0.5 per millimeter blood, and a stunningly higher fine compared to the other countries, and also driving ban will be given to the offender. Denmark have shown proof that strict law and more severe punishment works. Lenient law and mild punishment causes many cases of repeated offender. Due to our existing law that is lenient compared to the other countries, most of the offender was none other than the repeated offender. Repeated offender contributed to about 1/3 of the DUI cases in Malaysia. The main reason on why repeated offender is one of the main contributors is because all of the offender have the mentality if they pay the fine and short jail time after make those crime, they will get away with it. And sadly, they will get away with just that. You must still be wondering why this issue needs to be highlighted and to be brought to even more severe punishment and stricter law. Let me tell you why. There are tons of cases related with DUI, and the severity of each of the cases indicate that road users take this crime lightly. Malaysia have third highest fatality rate from road traffic accident in Asia and ASEAN. According to The Star, the Malaysian news, on 40th May 2019 issues, we have third highest fatality rate from road accident in Asia and ASEAN. By comparison, the fatality rates in the developed countries are all in single digits, while in Malaysia, the fatality rate was a frightening 23.6 per 100k population. The number speaks itself. This shows how ignorant Malaysian people towards this issue. Thus, more than enough reasons why DUI should be a more severe crime. For every accident, there are about 15 serious injuries and 70 minor injuries. This means that there are numerous of families that were affected annually by such deaths, hospitalization, serious injuries and disabilities. All of these are due to lenient law and the road users are taking things lightly, which is really saddening. The death cases associated with DUI also is very heart-wrenching. Ironically, most of the death cases, the one who died was innocent life, while the convicted one, the murderer, the offender, just gets away with short jail sentence and fines and get to live another day. From Harian Metro, on February 9, 2019, a Produa Alza rear-ended a motorcycle, killing the rider and seriously injuring the pillion rider at North-South Expressway. The rider died on the spot, and the wife, which is the pillion rider, was in critical condition with a possibility of getting disabled, all while the driver was not injured at all. And a breath test showed that he is under influence of alcohol, and he just gets away under the law with just fines of maximum of 100k ringgit Malaysia with a relatively short jail time. And we can also educate the road user regarding the seriousness of this issue and the penalties of the crime. As we learn from the history of mankind, there are two things that can control human from doing the wrong thing, which is from learning and fear of punishment. Combining those two life rules with teaching the road user about the consequence of the penalty and the law, people will understand why we should make the punishment more severe and make the law stricter than as it is now. For example, Japan is one of the most educated countries in the world, have one of the strictest law in the world regarding road law, and the result is Japan having one of the lowest fatality rate from traffic accident in Asia. News also should be filled with the severe case of DUI and the consequences it possesses, so people will know that how bad this crime really is, and ultimately agreed on making this crime to have a more severe punishment and stricter law. At the end of this issue involving people's life, we all know how precious one's life is. With more severe punishment and more stringent law, we can prevent people from commit the crime and ultimately reduce the number of DUI cases, thus reducing the numbers of life losses in the process. Do all of you want your friends, your families, or even yourself to be one of the contribution to the statistic that die because of drunk driving or DUI? It's your call. So would you join with me to fight this issue and make DUI a crime with more severe punishment and do everyone a favor on making the world more safer than ever and road accident free? Also giving more punishment to all of the irresponsible drunk driver. You can act today. Thank you so much.